welcome. My name is Gary West. I'm the Director of Fine Arts. Welcome to our first concert of the year at White Plains High School. So tonight you're going to hear our three bands. We're doing a little band festival this evening. And I want to give a special welcome to any families out there who have a 9th grade student. This is their first concert at White Plains High School. So we're very excited to showcase what they've been learning in class. If you've never been to a high school concert, you're going to hear quite a difference from what they do in middle school because they have band every day, right? In middle school they have it every other day. In elementary school they have it twice every 6 days. So as they get older they just start playing more and more and more, and it makes such a vast improvement. So sitting before you now is our Tiger Band. Mostly, we brought in a few ringers, mostly 9th graders on the stage here. So they're going to start our concert, and after they're done we're going to move right to the concert band and then right to the symphonic band, so there won't be any intermissions. They'll just move quickly on and off the stage. We do video record all of our performances, so if you have a cell phone, please make sure that it is silent so it doesn't disrupt the performance. And if you need to exit and the doors are closed in the back, just be careful because they do make quite a bit of noise when they shut. So please exit between pieces if possible and make sure the doors don't make too much noise. So, like I said, this is a wonderful celebration. All of our concerts are because we get to showcase what the kids have been doing in class on a daily basis. They've been working really, really hard to put together this performance. It's the one shot that they have to demonstrate what they've been learning. It's not about the journey, it's about the journey, not the, what's the word? Destination, thank you. About the journey, not the destination, but the destination is pretty exciting. So this is our destination, and then students will start new repertoire, which they will then showcase for you later in the year. So welcome, and please enjoy, and let's welcome to the stage our Tiger Band Director, Dr. Thomason.
evening, everyone. How are you doing tonight? Excellent. So, thank you so much for coming out and sharing some of your time this evening and allowing our wonderful bands here at the high school to share some music with you. We've been hard at work since September, doing various things, and before you is our Tiger Band, as Mr. West was just saying, made up primarily of 9th graders. However, we are small but mighty this year, and there were a few gaps in the instrumentation, so I asked some of our seniors to come in and sit. So there's a few other players up here, and I'm very appreciative for them for giving up their time to help fill out the group and play the parts that we were missing. So we have 4 wonderful selections for you tonight. The first was entitled A New Day by Haley Woodrow, just a wonderful composer who's got a really unique voice within the band medium and writes some pretty quirky, fun music for band. And speaking of fun and quirky, our next piece is entitled Whirlwind. This was the winner of the 2006, I think, Frank Ticheli composition competition. Not that you would know what Frank Ticheli is, but he's a pretty well-known composer, especially within the wind band world. And I've had a chance to meet her on a couple of occasions, and she's a really quirky composer. And she likes to write for a lot of non-traditional percussion instruments, I'll say, and she likes to create soundscapes with her music. So what you're going to hear today is actually a very, very simple piece of music. It's just based on 2 motives that you're going to hear. You're only going to hear 2 phrases throughout the whole thing, but it's very cleverly orchestrated, and you're going to hear some interesting, percussion. I'm going to ask Casey to demonstrate one of the things that I would like you all to listen for, with hence the name Whirlwind. You're going to hear. So these are just, all those toys that expand and stuff that drive you crazy, the accordion things. We're using those as percussion instruments right now. So anyway, we hope you enjoy Whirlwind by Jody Blackshaw. Thank you. Our next piece is by one of the new, really unique voices in composing today, not just for wind band, but for choral and orchestra and everything, and his name is Kevin Day. And I do hope as you came in, if you got the little QR codes, you can scan and read really in depth about all these pieces and composers. But, so this piece, he usually writes for, professional level ensembles and whatnot, but he's been writing for very young bands. And so this next piece that we have is Ember Skies. And, if you think about, the orange sky in the morning, I get here pretty early in the morning and driving up the bus ramp here at White Plains High School, and you often can see the sun coming up over the hill, and it just turns the whole sky orange. And it's really beautiful. And so as we play this piece, that's kind of what you can think about as we do this. So I hope you enjoy Ember Skies by Kevin Day. Thank you. We have a ton more music to come for you tonight. In just a moment, we'll be leaving the stage after our last piece. And all the symphonic band students, don't forget you're going to come this way and come up behind and grab your instruments. And the concert band will be coming on the stage with Miss Davis. So lots more to come, and I'll be back in a bit, and so will some of these students. But it is the holiday season, and it wouldn't be complete without a little holiday flair. So let's make Mariah Carey a little bit more money, and we're going to present All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey. So enjoy. Thank you very much.
the concert band, we discovered a composer, this next composer, his name is Gerard Hall, and he wrote this kind of an exciting piece it was called Tripwire, and it was kind of fun, and I was really excited when I saw that he had written a holiday piece, and this piece is written in the style of funk, like Earth, Wind, and Fire. And it also gave us an opportunity to learn how to play in cut time, which was quite a challenge. It's instead of just like 1, 2, 3, 4, everything's going like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it was quite a challenge, and they've risen to the challenge. So in this composer, he's taken, and it's called You Better Sled, and he's taken about 10 different Christmas carols and kind of spliced them in. So you're going to hear things like O Come Emmanuel, Little Town of Bethlehem, Gloria in Excelsis Deo, Jingle Bells, and of course Sleigh Ride. So we hope you enjoy this next piece, and thank you all for coming. Portion of the program tonight with Christmas at the Movies. And it starts out with some of the band's favorites. We had The Nightmare Before Christmas, and then the theme from Home Alone, and it ends with the Polar Express. At the end of our performance, the students are going to kind of follow around and come sit behind the Tiger Band, and we're going to all enjoy together the symphonic band together. So, it's very exciting. So, all right. So, thank you all again for coming, and thank you all for all your support. And have a happy holiday, and wishing you a wonderful New Year. And we'll see you back here in March.
Hello again, everybody. Before you is our White Plains High School Symphonic Band, and we have a lot of moving parts to our concert tonight, so the percussion, we have quite a bit to set up, and we need a few more stands and things like that. We're a stage crew, we're everything. So we're really excited to share our music that we've been working on with you this fall, and reasonably certain it's not going to rain, so inside, I hope. So it's like every event we need to do this fall, it's going to rain out. But anyway, so I wanted to talk a little bit about this first piece that we're going to do. It's entitled Alligator Alley by Michael Doherty. And so Michael Doherty is somebody I got to meet when I was an undergraduate at the University of Michigan, and as most composers tend to be, he's a very quirky man. He's also about 6'7". And so he wrote this piece for, there was a commissioning project called the American Composers Forum, who wanted to commission world-renowned composers, of which Mr. Doherty is, to write music for a younger band. And so at the time, he had a 13-year-old daughter in middle school. And so he decided to write this piece for his daughter's middle school band. And it's, I think, dedicated to my 13-year-old daughter who plays the mean bassoon. So, and it's also entitled Alligator Alley. And so there's a couple of themes that you're going to hear. You're going to hear a theme presented by Isa on the bassoon here to start in a moment, and that's the alligator theme. So this is a lot about, like, you can read about the notes, but alligator conservation in Florida. This was written in 2003. And then there's the hunter's theme. And then Matt, back there, is going to be our actual alligator. Ready, Matt? Go. So you're going to hear lots of alligator chants. Matt gets to do that back there. So anyway, just a little bit about this piece and what you're going to hear. So we hope you enjoy Alligator Alley by Michael Doherty. Thank you. Hello, everybody. So now I'm way in the back of the ensemble. You probably can't see me. So our next piece is entitled Off the Edge by Alex Shapiro. Alex Shapiro is a really fantastic voice in the wind band medium. She was born in New York City. She was Juilliard trained. She has written music for just about every medium out there, commercial music, band music, orchestral music, but she has a particular fondness for writing electroacoustic music. Music that you're playing along with an electronic track, which we're going to do, which presents its own set of challenges because it's just a recorded electronic track, and we have to stay exactly with it and whatnot. And so this piece, Off the Edge, is meant to, for those of us who grew up in the 1980s and 90s, it's got like a lot of the commercial music at the time, some disco funk, like an EDM track feel and whatnot. And so what I'd like you all to listen for as we begin to play is I'll just play a little bit of this to make sure you can hear it. So that's what you're going to hear as we proceed to play this piece in just a moment. So we hope you enjoy Off the Edge by Alex Shapiro. the Edge by Alex Shapiro. And so I'm going to vamp here a little for a second because the percussion have quite a bit to set up for this next. Thank you, sorry. I'm hiding behind the curtain apparently, sorry. So our next piece is entitled Diamond Tide by Viet Quang. Viet Quang is, he wrote this piece in 2015, and since that time he has become a world-renowned composer commissioned by many of the great orchestras and bands throughout the country. And this is one of the pieces that started him on his trek to stardom within the compositional world. I'm going to read you just a little bit about this piece, and then we're going to, again, share some percussion noises with you to listen for. In 2010, an article published in Nature Physics details an experiment in which scientists were able to successfully melt a diamond and, for the first time, measure the temperature and pressure necessary to do so. When diamonds are heated to very high temperatures, they don't melt. They simply turn into graphite, which then melts. And the thought of liquid graphite isn't nearly as appealing or beautiful as liquid diamond. Therefore, the addition of extremely high pressure, 40 million times the pressure we feel on Earth at sea level, is crucial to melt a diamond. The extreme temperature and pressure used in this experiment are found Neptune and Uranus. And scientists therefore believe that the seas of liquid diamond are possible on these two planets. Oceans of diamond may also account for these planets' peculiar magnetic and geographic poles, which do not line up like they do here on Earth. Lastly, as the scientists were melting the diamonds, they saw floating shards of solid diamond forming in the pools, just like icebergs in our oceans. Imagine distant planets with oceans of liquid diamond filled with bergs of sparkling solid diamonds drifting in the tide. So these theories are obviously all conjecture, but this alluring imagery helped provide heaps of inspiration for Diamond Tide, which utilizes the melting sounds of metallic water percussion and trombone glissandi throughout. And I'd like to thank a good friend of mine, Miss Emily Kluge, who's the band director at Yorktown High School, for lending us her kurtales, which are a very special percussion instrument we need for this piece. So right now, so just something to listen for, you're going to hear this sound. So percussion, can you demonstrate what the melting sound is supposed to be? So they're literally striking these cymbals and they're dipping them into a bucket of water, and the pitch falls as they do it. There's also some other unique instruments. You're going to see them playing wine glasses in the second movement and all sorts of different stuff. So this piece is in two movements. The first is slow, the second is fast, so we ask you to hold your applause in between. And we hope you enjoy Diamond Tide by Viet Quang. Just wanted to say thank you to everybody for coming out and showing support to our White Plains High School bands. Another round of applause for the concert band and Tiger Band as well. And Ms. David. All right, we're getting ready for the next piece. Also wanted to just say thank you to Mr. West for all the support that he gives us here. We couldn't do it without him and the administration. I also wanted to take a moment to plug. So when you came in, there was a sheet with 2 QR codes. One was the program notes. The other was for the brand new White Plains Music Department Booster Program Parent Association. So please go ahead and scan that, sign up. There's lots of great things in store for that. So we would like to have all of you involved in some way. So thank you very much to everybody who set that up. And please do that. And the last announcement is this Thursday, we'll repeat this concert, but with all of our orchestras here at the high school, so we hope you come back for that. And again, just like I think this is going to become a tradition to end this concert with one of our favorite holiday tunes, Sleigh Ride. So we hope you enjoy Sleigh Ride by Leroy Anderson. Thank you all for coming out tonight, and we hope you enjoyed the concert.